Alabama's unemployment rate keeps dropping.
A wet day and then some really fine weather coming up at the end of the work week. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
It's conference tournament time on the baseball field. We'll talk about that coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Good evening and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Monday, May 22nd, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Governor Kay Ivey has announced that Alabama's unemployment rate continued to fall in April and is now down to 2.2%, a record low. That rate represents 51,462 Alabamians who are out of work. Ivey says Alabama now has the lowest unemployment rate in the Southeast and one of the lowest rates nationwide. The state added more than 3,000 new workers from March to April, bringing the workforce to just under 2.3 million people. In the past year, the private education and health services sector of the economy has grown the fastest, adding more than 8,000 jobs since April of 2022. The government sector had the second fastest growth rate, adding more than 6,300 jobs, followed by the professional and business services sector with more than 6,100 new jobs. In East Alabama, Cleburne County reported a drop in its unemployment rate down to 1.7%, while Calhoun County's rate dropped to 1.9%. The lowest number in the region came from St. Clair County with a 1.5% unemployment rate, and the highest was from Cherokee County with 2.1%. When we come back, school's out and lots of festivities are planned for local residents in the coming days. Details when we return.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Get ready to make some noise at the library. Next Thursday, June 1st, the Anniston Public Library will host a Teen Mario Kart Deluxe 8 tournament to kick off its all-together summer reading program. Warm-up and practice start at 4 that afternoon. The tournament itself gets underway at 5.
If cars and motorcycles are more your speed, Oxford will be hosting a vehicle show this coming Saturday in the parking lot of Martin's across from the Quintard Mall. This show is free and runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and will also feature a food truck festival in the same parking lot.
Well, Katie, there are a lot of graduation ceremonies that are going to be taking place for this week, and many of us are anxious to see if the weather holds for all of these events. Let's check in with John Holder in the EAN Weather Center to find out if the class of 2023 is going to be getting off to a wet.
Well, indeed, it is a big week. A lot of graduation ceremonies going on all across East Alabama. And right now, the weather looks fantastic. We'll have the graduation forecast and more coming up.
If you've been thinking about a new shed, garage, or metal carport, now is the time to act. Steel prices are rising in 2023 and will continue rising into the next year. Waldrop Manufacturing still has current price stock but is expected to run out as early as June. So call up Waldrop Manufacturing today. The supply is on a first-come, first-served basis. Waldrop Manufacturing, this area's most trusted, reliable steel manufacturer.
Very little sunshine today across East Alabama on your Monday with all the clouds. Temperatures actually below normal again for this time of year. Only 77 for the high this afternoon, and we struggled to get there after a morning low of 65. See our record high and record low temperatures, a more than 50-degree spread between the record high and the record low. That tells you at this time of year here in Alabama, we can have some hot weather, but we can still have some cool weather at this time of year, but we're pretty close to the averages, and there are your sunrise and sunset times. Weather on your street. Parker Boulevard out in Weaver. That's one of the main thoroughfares in downtown Weaver, and we're going to have some passing showers tonight. The low tonight at 61 degrees. As a matter of fact, we think this will be one of those instances where the showers will actually increase throughout the night tonight. We may have our heaviest rainfall coming in the wee hours of the morning tonight out on Parker Boulevard in Weaver. Coming up on your Tuesday, on and off rain. Rainbow Drive and White Plains. You might see a rainbow. I'm not sure how much sunshine we're going to see out there on the other side of White Plains High School, but it will be cool tomorrow. Only 74 for the high. Off and on rain showers. The best chance of rain tomorrow is going to come in the morning hours, so it could be wet if you're in Rainbow Drive and White Plains headed in to the schools tomorrow out in eastern Calhoun County. And then for the rest of the week, an important forecast as we've been talking about graduation ceremonies going on. Pinson Road, that's the home of Walter Welborn High School. Graduation coming up out there this week a little bit later on. We got great weather, not only for Welborn, but everybody else who's graduating this week in East Alabama. Sunny and dry weather with highs in the 80s and nighttime lows, as you'll see in the 7-day forecast, dropping down mostly in the 50s. Here is that 7-day forecast. After a high rain chance tomorrow of 80% and some cooler temperatures, then we have some really great weather coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, into the Memorial Day holiday weekend as well. It is going to be very nice. 80 on Wednesday, graduation day for just about everybody here in East Alabama is Thursday and Thursday night. 84 for the high on Thursday, dropping down to about 58 on Friday night. Very comfortable. A lot of these graduation ceremonies are outdoors in the football stadiums. Going to be very nice for that. Friday, just a 20% chance of a shower. Late in the day, we're heading into Memorial Day, holiday weekend. Saturday and Sunday look mostly dry. Only a small chance of a shower coming up on Saturday. Highs remain in the 80s, nighttime lows in the 50s. On Memorial Day, we'll begin heating up just a little bit across East Alabama, as we'll have highs back into the upper 80s, about a 30% chance of a shower after a morning low of 60. But after tomorrow, for the most part, we have a stretch of about 5 or 6 days with just fantastic weather coming up. Now, tomorrow we mentioned all the rain, and the high rain chances coming up are going to be the further south you go tomorrow. This is a graphic from the National Weather Service office in Birmingham, and they're only showing highs in the upper 60s down here in parts of central Alabama. Rain chances are going to be very, very high the further south you go. You see up in the Tennessee Valley a lighter shade of green, a moderate shade of green for us here in East Alabama, and then this heavier shade of green means we're going to have really high rain chances coming up the further south you go in the state of Alabama tomorrow. Everywhere looks like it's going to get a chance of rain at some point during the day tomorrow. Best chance coming up during the morning hours. It is the time of year where we're talking about baseball and softball tournaments. Jacksonville State baseball in their conference tournament right now. And here is Chase Robinson with all the details.
Thanks, John. The regular season wrapped up yesterday for the Jack State baseball team. It was a tough weekend on the road at the top team in the conference, Lipscomb. But now it's time for the Gamecocks to turn their attention to the ASUN Conference Tournament. The ASUN Tournament format consists of 2 4-team pools with a championship on Sunday. The Gamecocks are in Pool B, and they will play their first game in the tournament as the number 7 seed Wednesday, as they will play the number 5 seed Stetson at 2:30. The second pool play game will be Thursday against number 6 seed Eastern Kentucky, and their third pool play game will be against the number 8 seed Austin Peay. The North-South All-Star Game will take place during All-Star Sports Week in Montgomery in July, and we have several East Alabama baseball players on the roster. From Alexandria, pitcher Andrew Allen was selected to the North team, as well as Carter Johnson from Oxford, who's also committed to Alabama, made the team as a shortstop and pitcher, and Piedmont's McLean Mohan is on the North squad as an infielder. The SEC baseball tournament begins tomorrow at the Hoover Met, with the championship being played on Sunday. Alabama comes in as the number 9 seed, and they will have number 8 Kentucky up first tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. And then Auburn, who has the number 5 seed of the tournament, they will be up as they play number 12 Missouri tomorrow night. The first round of the tournament is single elimination. Tomorrow night, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes will be hosting the first ever Home Run Derby at Donahoe's Brock McWhorter Field at 6 p.m. Local high school baseball athletes will be competing, so come cheer them on. There'll be food trucks and, weather permitting, fireworks following the Home Run Derby. That's it for sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News.
Keep checking back with us every Monday through Friday around 6:30 in the evening on either Facebook or YouTube to see what's been happening in your community. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a message while you're there.
That's right. We'll see you Tuesday for your news on your schedule.